Hi, this is Henry Kusmarian. I'm offering you to take my free course titled Speak English Like a Native in 6 months. The course will run here on my YouTube channel. English is a universal language and it is understood all over the world. In fact, in today's world, speaking English has become a necessity. Today's generation looks down on anyone who's unable to speak English. It has become more like a status symbol. All the companies are recruiting only those people who speak fluent and correct English. With the coming up of multinational companies, the need for English language has increased tenfold. With all this happening, we cannot afford to live without speaking English. You may have studied English for years, yet you still don't speak English well. You've tried many methods and you still make grammar mistakes. You still can't speak English fluently. And you still can't pronounce English words correctly. You can read English, but you feel too nervous or too shy to speak English. The good news is, this is very normal. You have simply used ineffective methods to learn to speak English. If you have been learning English in classrooms, ask yourself this: why don't I speak English like a native? That's because classrooms are designed for you to learn to read and write, not to speak. Now I'm going to teach you how to completely get rid of your accent and develop an American or British accent to speak English just like a native speaker. And I'll teach you how to accomplish that in just 6 months. In this free personal training, you will learn to speak like a native in 6 months or less. Learn to do that on a busy schedule. Learn to speak English without translating it first. Learn grammar without memorizing grammar rules. Learn to build a vocabulary that lasts. Learn to pronounce English words like Native American or British. And learn to speak English fluently, correctly, naturally, effectively, and effortlessly. You have studied English for years, yet you still can't speak English well. The reason is simple. The methods you used were ineffective. Change your approach now. Learn from the success of who has walked in your shoes before and has got the result you want. Effortlessly follow the step-by-step instructions in this course to achieve the highest level of fluency to help you speak English like a native speaker. Who am I and why should you listen to me? I have a natural talent for English mastery. I'm a science translator with more than 15 years of experience. I have worked on hundreds of translation texts belonging to a wide range of academic subjects from astronomy, biology, chemistry, natural sciences, medical and health science, to psychology and sports science. I even have translated many whole university textbooks. During my first 10-year career working from home as a freelance translator, from 1995 to 2005, I had many satisfied clients, mostly UNESA or Surabaya State University postgraduate students. But as you may know, being an excellent translator doesn't mean you're an equally excellent English speaker, and vice versa. Both expertise comes from different sets of skills and practices. And it's just after years of exposing myself to reading many kinds of English texts and thinking from the English mindset that I think I began to sound and write like a native. So, how will this training work? Well, there will be 5 lessons, each consisting of 10 chapters. Each chapter teaches you 10 words. Since you will have 50 chapters to complete, you will have learned 500 words when you complete the training. Why just 500 words? I have good news for you. Out of the 500,000 words in the English vocabulary, only 500 words are used in 80% of daily conversation. In this training, I will teach you these 500 words to help you speak 80% of daily English like a native speaker. Every 2 or 3 days, I will put up a video for each chapter here on my channel. So, it will take you at least 3.5 months or 5 months at maximum to get all the chapters. How do you speak English like a native? Practice. How do you practice it? Well, for every chapter video, you will repeat what you hear again and again. You need to repeat again and again until you speak like a native, and then repeat again and again. Practice your English whenever you have a moment. Practice what you've learned again and again. Practice every day. Practice when you have an hour, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 60 seconds. Do that for 6 months and you'll be amazed at how well you speak English.